diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. And elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome to Husky Stadium, home of the Washington Huskies. As we'll see the number 9 team in the country, the Tennessee Volunteers, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Washington Huskies. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. And the ball's long wait is coming to an end as they'll put a foot to it, and the season will get underway. And it'll come out to the 25, no attempt at a return. The ground game. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle. All right, guys, let's chat for just a moment about Washington. You start the season, top 25, clearly expectations are flying your way, but with that might come some roadblocks.
Well, I think you got to take every week and every opponent one at a time. The number beside your name doesn't matter right now. The number matters late in the season. So you want to start the season fast. You want to be gelling on offense and on defense. I think that's the challenge early here.
Absolutely. Figuring out who you are. Obviously some talented pieces.
Oh, he found a space on the right. And I wasn't sure they were going to be able to catch him. They finally did, but they gave up a huge play.
Cannot let that happen to you defensively. That is the definition of getting gashed. They didn't have one guy in their front seven even get a finger on that.
And the Huskies just got that huge run. They'd love another explosive play. Making side adjustments here. Back to pass, it's McMillan. Fires to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business, first and goal.
This offense is just so dynamic because they've got playmakers at all the skill positions, right? We just saw a big play in the running game. Now we see one in the passing game. There's not one dude that you can key on here if you're on defense to try and slow them down.
They are really clicking along, first and goal on just the 4th play of the drive. They'll try to get it in with the run. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction, not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for loss.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Motion from the wideout. Looking to fire. Here comes the heat. And the heat gets there. And they get him down at the 14-yard line. It's 3rd and goal and a long way from the end zone. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Unleashes to the end zone. Right through his hands. He had a touchdown and just didn't look the ball in. It'll be 4th down. They'll try to salvage a field goal on this drive. Absolutely center cut. And the first points of the day come on that field goal. They were able to get a field goal on the board, and now they'll kick it away.
And he'll take that first drive. Like, you wanted a touchdown, but you gave the people here at home so cheer about on that first drive. Move the football enough to get your kicker an opportunity and to put 3 on the board.
This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27. Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national stage, and they got a chance to prove just how good they are.
Makes the catch down the right side. He's loose. Touchdown Volunteers. A great catch and run for 6.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, if he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. No shot at a return. It's out of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Looking to pass. It's McMillan. Right down the middle. It's caught downfield. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line. Productive pass offense for the Huskies, and they've had a long line of quarterbacks who've gone on to the pros.
Yeah, a lot of guys that you can think of. Warren Moon obviously was so dynamic, so good, but guys that were surgical, guys that read the defenses, made the decisions, made big plays. That's what the Husky fans want to see.
They'll snap it from the 47 on first down. Looking downfield on first down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Well, that's just a great play by the defender and great timing. It was the hit that forced that incompletion.
4 wide out set, 3 of them to the left on 2nd and 10. Back to pass. Quickly complete.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
He wants to change this route. On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. And he's got it inside the 15-yard line. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one. But we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's 3rd best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
They go to the ground. And they'll make the stop, and we are headed to the end of the first period. We're through 1, and what a back-and-forth battle between these two quarterbacks as we look at the stats. And they've swapped into the field, and we'll get it going in the second. So they had a chance to talk over this third down play to open the period. Maybe some confusion on the snap count. It's going to be a false start. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. A tough third down spot here. A lot of yards to cover. Field is condensed. Ball is at the 10. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Huskies. Quick strike through the air for the score.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. And we're taking shots. We need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
Trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. Complete to the right. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
You look to be backed up, and then suddenly you're not. Big play has them across the 50, and they'll have it 1st and 10. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. Guys, let's take a minute here and look big picture for Tennessee. The portal can work wonders if you have specific holes to fill. Breathe a little new life and energy into the program. David, these guys went in there, got a nice little haul that really could set them up for success this season.
They did, and they didn't go bonkers and go crazy, Jesse. I like how they just saw a couple guys that they thought fit their system, fit their culture, and now they're bringing them in so they can rise the tide of this team.
Yeah, this feels like a curated roster, right? They only had a few holes that they had to fill up, and they went out, they put their effort into finding the right guy. They feel like they've upgraded their roster with just a few portal additions.
Looking downfield, it's Peters. He lets one fly deep. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Catches it past the sticks and still on his feet. The Volunteers want to crank the tempo.
Well, you got to give this quarterback a ton of credit because he showed tremendous confidence on that throw. That wasn't just trying to throw to the sticks. That was being aggressive and throwing it down the field. Not a high percentage throw, but he had confidence in his guy to win one-on-one and to keep the drive alive.
The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
It's a really nice job by the defense staying disciplined there. The quarterback's trying to get it out on the right side. As soon as he makes the catch, though, down he goes. Really good job with the tackle.
The Vols have put themselves in dire straits after that last play at 2nd and a mile. Looking to throw again. Snagged in the middle, it's Butler. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground cover to pick up the 1st.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play a wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
On the run, still looking. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Caught close to the marker, it's Clark. That will be enough to move the chains and give them a 1st down in the red zone at the 14.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided.
Got enough space. He almost punched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line. Here comes the option. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Can the defense stop him again on 2nd and goal? Trying to punch it in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown ball!
And I like the running back's vision. He sees the hole, explodes through it. He knows where the goal line is, gets in the end zone, gets 6.
And he made that extra point, the wet turf, no problem at all. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. To the air, it's McMillan. Incomplete, and he threw that one up for grabs and into traffic. Fortunate to get it back.
Oh, that hit him in a bad spot, right in the hands. Great play. You still get a pass breakup, but, man, that could have been an interception by the defender there. Nice break on the football, but secure that big fella and get the 6. Get the pick 6.
So now it's 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Buys a little time. This time he's got his man. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 34 with a 1st down.
And it's so hard to be on the run and make an accurate throw. It's just very tough. Very few people can do it. Again, we see the freaks and we see the highlights all the time, but that's a tough thing to do. He made it look pretty easy.
From the gun, to give, looking for room. Picks up the 1st down, still moving. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Whistle blows, and this is the 2-minute timeout, and these guys have a chance to take the lead before halftime. Washington has it and a fresh set of downs. They'll give it to him again. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
They have just not been able to get this guy into a rhythm so far in this game. I know it's still the first half, but there has been nothing going for him like you just saw in that last run. He's an outstanding talent. You may have to start thinking about throwing him the football, getting him out in the perimeter in space to let him go to work. He's got to touch the ball for you to come back in this game. Right now, running it, though, very difficult.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose, and I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, and really, really be physical, because if he bobbles it at all, or as soon as his hand gets to the ball, you can tell the difference when that body jerks forward and that ball starts to come loose and pop out.
Back to throw, it's McMillan. Time to take a shot. And he'll pull it in inside the 20.
Well, this guy's having a day. It doesn't matter where he's lined up or what routes he's running. He just seems to always be getting open, and his quarterback is taking notice. He's looking his way. Nice job there, throwing in time, getting it to him in space and allowing him to go to work. This is turning into a very...
And he'll run into the end zone. Touchdown, Husky.
And that's what I think makes this tight end so dynamic. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. There's so many tight ends out there that are just possession guys, and they usually go down right after they catch the ball. This guy has the ability to, with his speed, to make people miss, and he showed it to you right there on that touchdown play.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Using his feet to buy time. Pulls it in. It's Butler. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. And the Volunteers racing to the line in the hurry-up. The RPO, it's complete. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. Fires to the tight end. He'll be shoved out of bounds at the 35-yard line.
Well, it's a nice job by the tight end there. He's patient, fights his way through all the traffic in the middle of the field, running that drag route, making it an easy completion for the quarterback.
Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. Wide receiver going in motion. Trying to beat him to the corner on the right. His junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to throw. It's Peters. Unloads to the wideout. Grabbed over the middle. It's Beckham. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a 1st and goal from the 10. Now on the move. And he'll take this into the end zone, but hang on just a second. Flag down. Let's see what this is about. Lining up for the PAT. And with the extra point, they take a 21-17 lead. So that was a 6-play, 75-yard drive. And the capper on that drive, the 10-yard touchdown run. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Looking to throw on first down. Under fire. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And you must do that against a guy of this caliber. This kind of QB will absolutely pick you apart. You got to get hurries. You got to get pressures. And when you can get hits and make them...
Breaks into the open. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. They'll rush to the line. Clock stop for the first down. They'll set the chains and wind the clock. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41. Looking downfield very late in the half. They get to him as he throws. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
Well, the offense is doing their best to try and at least get into field goal range here at the end of the first half. So they take a vertical shot down the field, but give the defense credit. Lots of eyes back there on the quarterback. They're able to break on the ball and make sure that throw falls incomplete.
From the gun, the running back has it. Got the first down and more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Quarterback making adjustments. Back to throw. It's McMillan. Fires one high and deep. Snatches it on the right. They make the stop, but man, oh man, did he almost get a score on the final play of the half. A big game. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. Washington about to boot it deep to start things in the second half. Looks like he's going to bring it out. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback, then. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the second half as well, so you have to know where your answers are.
There he goes. Chain gang on the move. It'll be a first down at the 29. New set of downs after the completion. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Makes the grab. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with the first down.
This receiver is so dangerous out in space, and it's a nice job by the QB getting him the ball early on the curl route. And you see, once he has it, he's got some wiggle, he's got some shake, makes some defenders miss, and gets up the field.
And the Vols will snap it on 1st and 10. Back to pass, it's Peters. Got him downfield. Good pickup there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. The analytics nerds will tell you that a 4-yard pickup on first down is a successful play. Let's see what they have on 1st and 10. He'll try to do it himself. And he has a solid gain on the play before sliding.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain for this offense.
And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
Can you even imagine trying to operate in the midst of this purple rain on 3rd down? They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
That's a big key for this offense. Now, you've got the lead here in the second half. You want to run the football, and you've got to just keep getting positive yards. You've got to keep the 3rd downs manageable so you can stay on the field, bleed the clock. That's going to be the key for this offense and their team winning the game.
Running back searching for a hole. Gets it past the first down marker and still running. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Tennessee! Backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, no problem.
When you start in the black zone inside your own 20 coming out, it's difficult. You can give up a safety. You get worried about that. The offense puts a great drive together. Great job executing. Great job getting a touchdown.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. They come out now down by 2 possessions, 28-17, and hoping to use this drive to draw closer. Looking for a man, it's McMillan. Makes the grab on the left. Good, solid pickup on that one. They got it out to the 40, and it's first down. Washington right back to the line.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. Just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for...
Oh, he's got some space. Got room to work. He'll work his way down to the 28. Not much can impose your will on a defense like popping a big run.
Especially when they know you're going to run it, right? This offense right now is just more physical. They're more physical up front in the trenches, and this running back and his ability to break tackles, that is just so demoralizing for this defense.
Wants to go up top on first down. Got it in the middle, it's Gossett. And that had all the makings of fog neat windshield, but how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the first? Second down, he'll throw it. Zings it complete to the right. He was working his way toward that goal line. They'll stop him at the 2 after the big play up top.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
Trying to punch it in. And he is stopped, not getting close to the end zone. Line of scrimmage still at the 3.
And, man, you got to like the swarm of this defense. You've got to get in the backfield, make some penetration, and realize the first guy's not going to always get that big sucker on the ground. Like, he's a big, strong dude. He's breaking tackles, but still swarming to the football, and this defense still gets a tackle for a loss.
They'll run it to the left, looking for the touchdown here. And he'll be stopped for no gain, still sitting at the 3-yard line.
Man, and that's a frustrating play when you go in reverse near the goal line. Goal to go situations, Palmer. You got to get those positive yards. You can't go backwards if you're trying to get a touchdown.
You know, I'm trusting in my quarterback here to make the right decision. Looks like we're going to have to throw it, right? But if it's not open...
And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Washington.
Love the quick decision-making by the quarterback. It's not just who's the open guy and who am I throwing it to. It's also having that clock, David, in your head that says, if no one's open and I'm down near the red zone, I'm taking off now and I'm using my athleticism and I'm getting a score.
Yeah, you love the decision-making. I hate the defense. Why are we dropping back so far in the end zone? We got to keep eyes on this QB. We know he can take off. We know he can make plays. The field shrinks, man. You got to expect that's coming. Not very good defense.
To the air, it's McMillan. Pocket breaking down. He's got it in the end zone for the 2 as they draw a little closer. That is an efficient drive. 7 plays, 75 yards. And close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. This drive opens up at the 23-yard line. Try to get it to the edge. Came through like a shot and knocked him down for a loss of 5.
Great play by the defense there, getting the tackle for loss. But on offense, your mindset has to be, we need to be the more physical team here in the second half. We've got the lead, third quarter. We want to run the ball. We've got to have more success getting our blocks and moving forward if we're going to win this game.
And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play.
Man, the quarterback threw that ball hard, too. And I know sometimes when you're throwing an in-breaking route, you want to get it to your receiver quickly. But when you try to strain and throw it harder, oftentimes your accuracy is what suffers. And you saw it there on the incompletion.
On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Blasted as he lets it go. Pick off! What a play by this defense! Touchdown, Washington! How about this defense taking one back to the house?
I'll tell you, you love linebackers that are good against the run, but how nice is it when you've got a guy that can sit in zone coverage like he can and not just pick it off, but find his convoy and take it to the house. That is a game-changing play.
He'll bring it out. And the returner goes down. His drive will open from the 15. Looking downfield, it's Peters. Takes the easy throw in the flat. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. A great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting them the football, letting them get some positive yards.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. On the option. And now on the pitch, the ball's loose. He's into the open down the middle. The 40. He's at the 30. Knocked down, but not before. He gets the first down after recovering the fumble.
Man, And those are so frustrating when you're a defense and you swarm to the football and you stick the quarterback and you make him cough it up just to have the other team recover it again and you don't get it. Still a good stick, still a good physical play. Keep hitting that quarterback.
We've been treated to an aerial show by these two guys so far as you check out their numbers. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. They go back to work with the first down in the final period of this one. Wants to throw on first down. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play.
The quarterback had everything he wanted there. He knew pre-snap exactly where he was going. Of course he was going to be going towards his primary target. Just can't hook up with the completion.
Operating in the red zone here on second down. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. They'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score.
As a defensive guy now, you're always zoomed in on the quarterback. I mean, these guys, whether they're throwing the football or running it, at least they have the football in their hands every time. You know where they're going to be. You focus in. The defense locked and loaded, understand what they were trying to accomplish, doing a good job getting to the quarterback, and then make those physical hits count. Finish those tackles with aggressive hits. Make that quarterback feel you for a whole length of a game.
On fourth down, looking for the completion. And it's picked off right at the goal line. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
And that's a backbreaker. It's fourth down, though. Listen, you got to throw the football. You got to try to make a play. But the defense came up big in a big moment.
And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. How about the way they attacked the last time they had the ball, mixing run and pass and winding up in the end zone, Jesse?
That's why recruiting is so important. They've got weapons at every skill position on the field. Any of these guys is dangerous if they touch the football. Let's see what they do on this drive, David.
And so, Palmer, I got to take away something. I can't let them have everything and have success. I got to be aggressive against the run or play for the pass. I can't give them everything.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. He's going to get stopped, trapped, and it'll be a safety.
Oh, and how about this defense? Understanding where they are in the field. They got a chance to put points on the board, and they do.
Oh, he's got a chance.
The return brings it out to the 41, and the Tennessee offense will take over 1st and 10.
The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. They're in a precarious spot here, that lofty perch in the rankings, hanging in the balance unless they can do something to save themselves here. You'll take this every time, 5 yards on the first down play.
Yeah, this offense is going to try to run the ball and do it in a variety of ways. You'll see zone reads. You'll just see straight downhill running. We'll get the toss play going as well to try to keep this defense on their heels.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to him. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Using his feet. Just nowhere to go against this defense to find that single yard he needed on 3rd down. On 4th down, trying to find his man. It's incomplete, and they desperately the connection.
And that's such a good job by this defense. This offense is trying to find a spark, trying to get back in this football game. They're trying to be aggressive. The defense answers, and now you put your offense in a beautiful position to go out, execute a really good drive, and put a little distance between the other stroke. I know exactly what I have to do here. Defensively, we've got to get the stop. So we're playing run. We're selling out to run because we're thinking they're going to run the football, and we got 3 timeouts. Let's use them wisely. Let's use those timeouts, save as much clock as we can so our offense has some time on the clock to do some damage.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down. The Huskies come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Dropping back, it's McMillan. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. Pulls it in inside the 10. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a 1st down.
And, man, he had nobody around him. That has got to be embarrassing for this defense. When you let someone that deep downfield go completely uncovered.
Here's the snap, looking to throw. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Huskies! Quick strike through the air for the score.
And the passing game paying dividends right now for this offense. They just had a big play through the air to get him down in the situation. So let the quarterback deal. Great job reading coverage. Found his open target. Accurate throw. And 2 plays through the air, and they've got 6 points on the board.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the 4th down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating because you think you might get points, and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complementary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
They'll snap it on 1st down from the 35. To the air on 1st down. Under fire. And he's left with no option but to throw it away.
Well, this situation in the game, trailing with not a lot of time left, I understand going to the sideline to try and save clock, but you've got 3 timeouts in your back pocket. Don't be afraid to use those. You can attack the middle of the field. Use the timeouts to save the clock that way.
A deep throw as the clock winds down. And that is interception number 3 on the day. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation, trying to get this thing close. The big INT, finally the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they just closed the door on this one.
Well, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up with a big moment. Yes, obvious passing situation. You know they're going to throw it. The big INT, and that might seal their fate.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Dropping back, it's McMillan. Working that left side now. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Looking down the middle. Makes a catch. First down and maybe a lot more. They get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13. Washington coming to the line with another first down. They'll try the run. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle. Timeout is called by the defense. A mere 21 seconds to go here. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. Guys, if you want to go strictly by the rankings, I guess this was an upset, but to my eyes, we saw 2 really good teams slug it out, and one of them came out on top.
Yeah, 2 really good teams. And that's a reason why they're both ranked. They're both really good, and I tell you what, getting this win proves something to everyone else now. Like, I was ranked below this squad. You beat a team that's ranked above you. Now you start to climb up the charts, build some momentum. This squad's about to get some more respect, Palmer.
I think good teams find ways to win games, especially in a game like this. 2 ranked opponents, evenly matched. Who's going to be able to make the plays when it matters the most? You got to give this team credit. This is a big